Alrighty guys, we're back for some Gleeful Valet, and this is a March of the Machine, the Aftermath Standard Brew. We're gonna go over the deck, then hop right into some ranked, but first things first, for anyone who may not know, I'm Red Cat and I play aggro decks and any decks with red in them as well, so I hope that sounds fun to ya. Also, we do got that Discord link as well as that brand new Patreon link down in the description if you're interested in joining either of those up. Okay, what do we got packed into the build here? Devilish Valet is a 3-mana 1/3 Devil Warrior with Trample and Haste. It has Alliance, so whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, double Devilish Valet's power until end of turn. So we're not trying to get this up into the millions in this deck. We're just trying to be a little realistic with it and trying to close out games with a nice chunky 20 plus power Valet, right? So what else do we have in here then? Well, first of all, guys, I wanted to bring up, of course, this was a suggestion down in the comments, so thank you so much for the suggestion. The suggestion was to go ahead and return to Valet in a Gruul style build, so here we are. Now, it's also kind of a Jinnie Jetmir's second build as well. It's a 3-mana 3/3 legendary creature. If you would create one or more tokens, you may instead create that many 2/2 green cat creature tokens with haste, or that many 3/1 green dog creature tokens with vigilance. Jinnie happens to be relatively powerful, and so it has a huge target on its back, so it pretty much dies no matter what, and if it doesn't, you're pretty surprised by that. So after they kill the first one, it's nice to have the second one already in hand. So even though it's legendary, we have all 4 of them in here. And we also have Gala Greeters, the 2-mana 1/1 with Alliance. So whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, choose one that hasn't been chosen yet. So you can either put a +1/+1 counter on Gala Greeters, create a tapped treasure token, or just gain 2 life. Gala Greeters is like one of those powerful creatures. Bro, power level of standard, dude. Doesn't Gala Greeters just look absolutely broken? And there were some lists back in the day that seemed relatively broken because of Gala Greeters, but it does get picked up by a lot. You know, it's only a 1/1. The ramp does come in tapped as well, but still, man, it's so cool. It's going to do a lot today, too. Something with Gala Greeters in Jinnie, of course, is the first thing you want to do when the creature enters is you want to create that treasure token and then have it come in as either the cat or the dog, and then you get the alliance again on the Gala Greeters. So generally speaking, if these 2 are on the board, you're going to always choose treasure token first to generate another creature. All right, we got all 4 rouse reinforcements going to be excellent in here with the Devilish Valet. Got a couple Gleeful Demolitions, hopefully not holding us up at all. And, you know, we do have ways to generate treasure tokens. So worst comes to worst, you not sacrifice, I always say that, destroy target artifact. If you controlled that artifact, create 3 1/1 red Phyrexian Goblin creature tokens. So essentially, if you're using one of your treasure tokens, you're kind of thinking of it as a 2-mana create 3 creatures type of deal. And of course, that just makes the Valet spin out of control very fast, huh? Got a couple Goldhounds in here. 1-mana 1/1 artifact creature. It's a treasure dog. It's got first strike, menace. You tap it, sack it, add 1 mana of any color. Very powerful creature, guys, underplayed. We got 3 Tyvar stands in here. So X and a green, target creature you control gets +X/+X and gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Yeah, opting for the Tyvar stand as the protection in a Valet deck just makes a lot of sense to me, man. Something that could happen, especially if the opponent is tapped out, is you don't have to use it as protection. You could just go X for like 2 or something on the Tyvar stand and buff the Valet that way. Now, whatever creatures end up entering the battlefield, obviously the double gets out of hand pretty fast then, right? So if you do have 5 mana, let's do a line of play here real quick. If you have Valet and you have 5 mana open, you could always Tyvar stand for 3 of the mana. X is 2. Now it's a 3/3, and then you can go the other 2 for rouse reinforcements, I guess, right? Doubling it to 6, then doubling it to 12. That doesn't seem that excessive yet, but the hope here is we have enough ramp in the deck that we can just continuously do stuff, right? So for example, like the Gala Greeters and the Jinnie on the board too, if you were doing it that way, you could have those rouse reinforcements enter as cats too, and then you could have that treasure token enter as a dog, which would double the valet to 24 instead. So I guess you need a little bit more setup for that line of play to work out. But yeah, I don't think the setup is actually going to be terribly difficult in here. We got all 4 Jewel Thieves. It's a 3-mana 3/3 Vigilance Trample. When it enters the battlefield, create a treasure token. Yep, gonna be good in here. We have a single Glistening Dawn. It's a 4-mana sorcery. Incubate X twice, where X is the number of lands you control. So yeah, if you have Jinnie on the board, you can have those incubators enter as like a hasty cat or something, and they still get the extra counters from that incubate ability, which is really cool. Now it's only a 1-of because that's the main combo, is it just combos off with Jinnie. So it could be relatively cool, I guess, but having any more, I don't know. You're banking on a lot if you have like 2 or more of these. Another cool thing, though, if you are up against a lot of those control matches and stuff, then what's really nice is if they drop a Sunfall or something on you, then at least you have your incubator tokens back still, and you can always power those up the next turn and maybe win that way. So this does get around board wipes quite nicely. So yeah, I think it's going to be worth the 1-of here. Got a couple stimulus packages. So this is a 4-mana enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, you create 2 treasure tokens. Nice. It's good ramp, dude. Sacrifice a treasure. Create a 1/1 green and white citizen creature token. Nice. Okay, so stimulus package obviously pairs really well with the valet, and now we see why Jewel Thief is in here too. Like, we love all the ramp off the treasures, but also if you're just bleeding those treasures right into the stimulus package, then the valet gets out of hand very, very fast, right? And then of course, if you have Gala Greeters on the board and you get one of the 1/1 citizens, you get to create another treasure token that you can then create another citizen with too. So, yep. Man, New Capenna is such a cool set with so many underplayed cards, huh? Okay, let's continue. We have all 4 Burn Down the House. I've been having so much success with this. So much, in fact, that I think it's probably the best card in the list right now. It pairs beautifully with everything in the deck, and it's going to clean up opponents' board states that get out of hand, because that's been happening often, right? If you create the Devils, it has this thing at the end where they gain haste until end of turn. So I'm pretty sure what ends up happening, I think we've actually pulled this off in the past too. If you have like Jinnie out there, you can have the Devils enter as 3/1 dogs, and then they still gain haste. So that could be super deadly, right? Swinging with 3/1 vigilant dogs that gain haste until end of turn. Sounds pretty cool, huh? And of course, if you're slamming 3 creatures onto the board while Valet's out there too, it doesn't take too much mana if you're thinking about all this ramp too, to pull off like a Gleeful Demolition on the same turn as just dropping Devils on Burn Down the House and getting a ridiculous Valet that way, right? So, okay. Top end, guys. Titania's Command is one that I've never actually had the chance of playing with the Valet, but we've played this outside of Valet builds, and it's actually pretty strong, dude. 6 mana sorcery speed. Choose 2 of these. You can exile target player's graveyard. You gain 1 life for each card exiled this way. Let's not forget about that ability if we're up against mono blue or something, right? Now you get to search your library for up to 2 land cards, put them onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. I don't know how often we actually do that with all the extra ramp in here with treasure and everything, but there's probably a moment where we want to thin out the deck and maybe have extra land for the Glistening Dawn or something. But here, the bottom 2 is probably what we activate more often than not. So create 2 green creature bear tokens. Okay, so obviously goes well with the Valet. And put 2 +1/+1 counters on each creature you control. So the 2 +1/+1 counters go onto the Valet, then you create the 2/2/2 bears, which also get the counters, right? So you're doubling the Valet's power 2 times from the bears while it still has those +2 counters on them too. So yeah, dude, I think that can be super explosive. And you can have the bears enter as like hasty cats if you have the Jinnie on the board too. So yeah, lots of little combos here. I'm excited. If you guys can't tell, I love Devilish Valet. It's such a fun card. Okay, well, mana base, guys. We have a couple Crucible of Defiance. There are going to be moments where the legendary land does hold you up, but not too often. And more often than not, you just want to see more utility land, and a land that can drop creatures is pretty good. At that Point two, it is a channel ability, so it happens at instant speed if you just want to explode the extra damage through with the Valet off of a Crucible, which does get cheaper if Jinnie Fae's on the board too. So yeah, yeah, definitely going to be worth the two of those, I would say. We have a Who Endures, all the rare dual land from the Rockfall Vale, the Forest, and the Gorge. I'm a little concerned that Rockfall Vale is going to hold up our early turns, but in a deck like this, we're leaning very close into the mid-range, if not just being considered an explosive mid-range build. I don't really know, honestly. I tried to make it aggressive, but I don't think Rockfall Vale will hold us up this time. However, these slow lands have been holding me up way more often than I would like. And then, of course, trying out the Mirrex again. It's another way to generate creatures, too. It's an artifact creature, so it does work with Gleeful Demolition. You guys have seen Mirrex in a lot of my recent builds. Just been having a lot of success with it, dude. It's a solid land that should probably be squeezed into a lot more builds. Okay, 1,000 honorable mentions over here, guys. Valdarin Epicure didn't make the cut this time. Requisitioner could have been a cool one. Courier's Briefcase is excellent. Squee obviously pairs well with the Devilish Valet, as well as Urabrask's Forge does the same thing, dude. If you have a couple Forge on the board and you're just automatically buffing that Valet just by generating this and you're playing stuff from your hand, yep, maybe it should have made the cut, but not this time around, huh? I thought about Blighted Burgeoning. Not this time. Briar Bridge Tracker. This is like, I feel like this is an underlooked creature, right? Or underplayed. It's a 3-mana 2/3 Vigilant. I shouldn't take time to go over the honorable mentions, guys, but I kind of want to. When it enters the battlefield, you investigate, so you get that clue, so the artifact works well with the Gleeful Demolition and everything, and then as long as you control a token, it gets +2/+0, so it's a 3-mana 4/3 Vigilance. Not bad. Not bad, guys. Okay, Jugan Defends the Temple almost made the cut. Atsushi almost made the list. Elder Dragon War. Arlen could have been really cool. Invoke the Ancients could have been sweet, right? Bootlegger Stash, Awaken the Woods. Lots of ways to like go super combo heavy and explosive with Valet. But I kind of wanted to go for a little bit more consistency. Oh, buddy, this one took me a while to go over, huh? A lot of cards that we don't get to see too often, too. So let's go ahead, take it into some ranked, and see how we do. All right, guys, what am I expecting from the list? I'm scared, man. I'm scared. Standard's so scary. I'm hoping for I'm hoping for fun. Realistically, win or lose, I'm just looking for some fun matches, man. Even if I have to swing in with a 1,000 Valet to get it chump blocked by a first strike creature, still sounds fun to me. Okay, it's an all right hand, right? With all these Rouse reinforcements, it seems totally fine. Visitor, Selesny enchantments, one of the reasons why I'm scared. Standard scary, dude. Valet number 2 is actually pretty good. The biggest threat, of course, is well, Selesny enchantments has so many pieces of exile removal, which could be an absolute pain. Alex, we might just get run over before we get to do anything, though. Okay, they're back up to 22. Oh, command. So what? All 4 ossifications, right? They got the 3-mana exile removal too. Probably all 4 of those. I guess it's all a little like if we had a guaranteed 4th mana, I would consider just Rouse reinforcements for the turn, and then keep the Tyvar stand. Or when we drop the 4th mana for the Valet. But since we don't have the guaranteed 4th mana, I'm just going to drop the Valet and chill and see if it gets auto picked up by the ossification. Borrowed Time. Yeah, that's the 3-mana one I was thinking of too. Yeah, they still have 1 mana open here. They have Valet number 2. They get to copy the Borrowed Time if the... Whenever Calyx or an enchanted creature, so we should chump the Calyx because they don't have an Audacity on the other ones yet. Down to 8, guys. We are in some serious trouble. Oh, Gala Greeters. Oh, that could have been good. Actually, we can still go Gala Greeters and then keep the Tyvar stand. Chump twice. We're alive. We're totally alive, man. I don't know if we're in this game, but we're alive. Oh, no removal. Oh. Nice. Chump. Actually, should I do that in a different order? No, it's fine. It's fine. We'll take the 3 from the visitor. Because I don't want to take 7. I don't know what it could be. Are there any flash enchantments? I guess there are, right? So X is 0, confirm. Target Gala Greeters. Down to 5. A mana off the top could be really good, but we're still like in a state of... Oh! Catilda flies in next turn. Oh, man. We actually... We could go up to 7. This is a tapped treasure token, unfortunately. So we go up to 7, but then they still got the full swing, unfortunately, guys. Darn, yeah, no, we were way too slow. Doing things way too... Oh, okay, it's not an enchantment. Oh, it's a spirit, though. So Catilda in the air does us in. GG. GG. Actually, full swing would have done it anyways, huh? Because that's 10 going through total because we could only block twice anyways. Wow, dude. I've said it a few times. We might be staring at a new curse, man, with the Selesnya enchantments. For anyone who doesn't know, we used to talk about the Azora Soldier's curse. Anyone remember that? Let me know. Let me know in the comments if you remember that. We went a very long time without winning against Azora Soldiers. I don't even know. It might have been like 2 months for real. It was crazy, dude. It was crazy. So it became like just a funny. It was just funny. Like we really struggled, and then once we finally broke the curse, it was super nice. It was awesome. Got some congratulations in the comments that we broke the curse. Because I can't remember the last time I beat Selesnya enchantments. Maybe I need to start building around it more. Uh-oh, guys. Opponent goes first. No 3rd mana available. Is this a mulligan, though? Got a few turns to worry about the 3rd mana. I think there's a really good chance we see it. And then Jewel Thief helps us ramp, too. So, I'm not too concerned. Maybe I should be. There's more of our top end. Mono red, huh? Okay, wow. We're gonna need... Okay, we got the 3rd. I think we'd rather Crucible later for chump blockers and creatures for that matter. I was thinking like if we keep Who Endures, then we have something to remove the etching with, but that doesn't seem very good. As opposed to just having chump blockers. Invasion of Tarkir. Probably chump that Swift Spear, huh? Taking 3 down to 13. Jewel Thief does a lot here if they don't just remove it. Rockfall Vale, okay, awesome. A little bit of ramp, and then we have a turn 4 burn down the house. Which we're probably going to need. I bring that up all the time, dude. There's so many games where you need to wipe the board on 4. Which is why when I played the Boros Control, I opted for more Depopulates than Sunfall. Even though... Okay, yeah, we just need to wipe this board, unfortunately, guys. Right? Right? Because if we go Devils... We can also go Jewel Thief, Rouse Reinforcements. If we have them go a little bit more wide, how scary is that? I'm waiting. One turn, guys, one turn. After I got done saying we need to wipe the board on 4, I'm waiting one turn just to see. I'm gonna push it. And I have one card in the grave right now. The Phoenix Chick in the air is pretty scary, but... that is a war crafting. Let's see if they see the land they need. We definitely chump 2 on the ground here. We take 1 in the air, and we still end up wiping this board. Oh, play with fire. Probably just want to hit face to get the scry, right? And a 5. Okay, so we have a problem, guys, because Mishra's Foundry powers up next turn, and we're down to 4. Man, the pressure is on, huh? They got 3 in the grave now. We could gain 3 off of the command and get a couple bears down. Be at 7, and then the bears block the etching and can still chump the Swiftspear, but then we won't have 6 mana for next turn. If we go burn down the house, they power up Foundry, and then they just drop burn from their hand. I don't mind this. It's the first time I'm using this first ability too. How many cards do I have in my grave? Yeah, they're exiling all the creatures, so. Yeah, this is fine. Let's give it a shot, man. Oh, man. So back up to 7, we have our chump blockers, and we might be able to trade into that Foundry if they power that up. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Another chump blocker down. They're going to deal the 3 to us again. I guess we're going to have to. If we take 4, they could just have Lightning Strike. Like, I'd love to try something a little bit better here, but based on what they played here, we didn't really accomplish anything last turn from gaining the 3. But if they didn't have removal for one of the creatures, we technically would have gained something, right? They might want to play around a board wipe here, and that might be what they're thinking about. They might have a 2-mana card, and I would love them to drop it. That'd be really good for us. They pass. Oh, second burn down the house. So Foundry in a couple turns will end it. So if we go burn down the house, for Devils instead, when we chump, we can take that Phoenix Chick out of the air. Am I getting, like, too greedy with all of this? Maybe. Let's do this. Devils! What the Devils lets us do, too. Again, if they have spot removal now, then... oh, they get exiled. Crap. Etching being a pain in my butt, man. Well, it might still be worth the chump blocks, though. And if they go for burn on one of those, then it's burn that's not hitting our face, too. So they'd much rather just hit our face. Double down on that. Right, we got to get etching out of here, just in case I decide to go Devils on the other one, too. Nice. Etching is out of here. I'm surprised they didn't power up Foundry. They must have something in hand then. Oh, Warcrafting. Oh no, guys. How brutal. How brutal were these first couple games? Mountain? Two engrave. Alright. Let's do this. Are we gonna survive the opponent's draw? Maybe. Maybe. If we do, we have potential life gain off of command. 5 life. So down to 1. There's everything. Literally everything in the opponent's deck. Oh, outside of a mountain. Okay. Let's do this. All right, so we're gonna go exile and bears, right? One, two, three, four, 5. That gets rid of the Phoenix Chick too. Now we have blockers for the Foundry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, maybe I should have... Maybe I should have exiled mine. It's only 1 extra life, though, and I guess I... No, it would have been 5. It would have been 5, because we just played the command, right? So... Tyvar stand. Tyvar stand is open for 6. Do we start swinging? No. We literally can't, because... They have Nahir's Warcrafting. They might have a 3rd. Okay. We just keep Tyvar stand open. We also have to be prepared for hasty creatures, guys, is the problem. We have to be prepared for literally everything. Down to 4. Man. Come on, guys. Valet. Valet's not doing a lot for us. Man, we stuck between a rock and the hard place, dude. Maybe we maybe we start swinging. If we get anything that generates creatures, we can really pop off with the Tyvar stand. Next turn, we go like, if we get, I guess it depends what we end up getting though, huh? Now that we have Valet down, I'm gonna swing for 2. All right, is it Phoenix Chick Lightning Strike our face? At this point, we're thinking like, oh, Tamio Safekeeping would have been sick here, right? Gain more life, but it doesn't let you... No, it was a Lightning Strike. Good game, opponent. Ah, man. I would have loved to see the top card of my deck. I would have loved to see that. They need to add that, man. I want to flip my deck over and see the order over there. You know what I mean? Okay. Wow, we stuck it out, dude. Wow. There was no great way to set up our board state at all. We were just on the run the whole time for both matches, for that matter. So let's see if there's like a little something better we can do. Like a Gala Greeters early on would be really good. This is a mulligan, isn't it, guys? Although we can ramp into Gala Greeters off of the Goldhound, and we go first. I really shouldn't be considering this, right? Yeah, no, we should mulligan. Crap. Oh, Jinnie Faye. What do I even ditch here? I don't think I ditched the land, right? Maybe it's the Glistening Dawn. You know what? Tyvar stand. That's totally fine, dude. That's totally fine. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Can we go about 5 times faster, like right now? Oh no, okay. Well, I don't mind Jewel Thief dying. Oh! It's alive! Maybe I should have gone Jinnie Faye for the Glistening Dawn next turn. It might still be Glistening Dawn, honestly. The vigilance on this is so good against Wandering Emperor. Maybe we set up with Valet. Probably Jinnie Faye, though, right? 2 mana. Be Stimulus package, too. I think it's Jinnie Faye for the turn, guys. Jewel Thief is out of here. Go for the throw. Okay. Jinnie Faye might actually have a chance of survival here. And this is where I sent that Tyvar stand because of the mulligan, so too bad that wasn't just our starting hand, because we'd have that open right now. That would be so good. Oh, definitely a Wandering Emperor style deck, man. Definitely what that is, huh? So any of these would be fine. Hasty Cats would be good. It's probably just Glistening Dawn, though. I'd love to get that Valet down, but we don't have enough to do that much on the same turn, so Valet's gonna have to, like, survive the turn, too, so... Against this, I just don't see it happening. Wow! I guess Jinnie Faye might survive the turn. They don't want to keep 2/6/6 cats on the board. I guess Jinnie Faye survives. Well, I guess, yeah, they want to hit a cat here, right? I think so. Well, up to 22, take 12 down to 10. And then we still have 2 6/6s on the board. Oh, block. Oh, then they can -2 next turn. Down to 11. They're back up to 12 from the -2. Oh, man, Sunfall. Okay. Well, the good news is we get a chance to take out the Wandering Emperor. Right, yes. We do that. We drop the Burn Down the House. Man, this just is not lining up well for us. Okay. Swing at Wandering Emperor. Swing at face. Let's do this. They just want to... Well, I guess either way works, right? Yeah, I think that was the optimized block for them.
Try not to miss me.
I think, yeah. It all would have been the same. If they would have blocked over here, I guess we would have taken out the Wandering Emperor, and we could have taken out the Samurai too. So that was the best. That was the best bet. This is tough, man. That lifelink is gonna be awful. Oh, they're down to 7, dude. Wow, what a risk, man. I go Valet, drop Gala Greeters, goes up to a 2/3, full swing at face, and then what? They just Sunfall next turn, right? And they still have the go for the throat, and eventually they can power up the Incubator. Stimulus package just kind of chilling in our hand too. We go like, yeah, we don't have enough for that. We go like Gala Greeters. Nope. Oh boy, guys, oh boy. A lot of stuff. Very expensive deck, guys. Maybe we need a 25th mana. Wait. Do I already have 25 mana in here? We're dishing out a good chunk of damage, though. We really are. We got to pull off a lot of cool things there. So if they take 3 down to 4, do we ping their Samurai or ping face down to 3? If we ping Samurai, then it's definitely going to be Sunfall, right? I'm pinging face. I don't want them to wipe this board, so there's a chance that we get Stimulus Package and then 3 creatures because Gala Greeters is on this board too. But then Go for the Throat just hits the Valet. Yeah, I guess that's probably that then. A cut down. A cut down, yeah. That's a card that hits Valet. Didn't even consider that, because now they're Go for the Throat. Oh, so much spot removal, guys. And they might have another Wandering Emperor open, too. Was it still worth hitting the face? A Wandering Emperor, take out the 1/1. It's an exile, so we don't get to hit the Emperor there. They don't have mana for their Go for the Throat now, though, so that's good news. Alright, Stimulus Package. That's funny, dude. Alright, so first you generate treasure token. And then you use that treasure token. And that's all I'm doing for the turn. Because I wanted to get the counter. I want to get this above the 2/2 and above the 2/3. And then we don't want to do it too much because there could just be another board wipe. Alright, end the turn, guys. This is not looking great, man. Oh, buddy. They're going searching with the Sorin. I wonder what they find here. Land? Aw, I wish they would have taken some damage. Woo, buddy. Okay, what are we gonna do about Akaya? Nothing. We gotta somehow deal 8 damage to them next turn or something, dude. We gotta go, man. Oh, it's putting a counter on that too, so the Gala Greeters is still not getting through next turn. Man. Jinnie Faye. Oh. 1, 2. 3. We're 1 mana short from playing the stimulus package, right? So I guess 1, 2, 3. Crap! Guys! Guys, how do we get this damage through, man? Thinking. If we just go Jinnie Fey and we just activate the stimulus package twice, we'll get 2 2/2 cats, then full swing at face. It's not enough because they got their 3/3. They block 3/3, then they take 6 to face, so all the life gain throughout the game was enough, huh? Actually, it was just like 1 Wandering Emperor trick, huh? Go stimulus package number 2. Alright, it's just gonna be Jinnie Fey. 1 mana short, unfortunately, guys. Oh no, it's gonna come in tapped. Can I decline? Because I want to use this, generate like that, so it's not tapped, right? Hasty. Counter. Go like that. Pretty cool, guys. Pretty cool. It's really cool, actually, isn't it? Full swing at face because it's a forced block here. They take 6. Kaya, like literally, there's nothing we can do about this mess of planeswalkers over here. Like we could try to calculate out where we're swinging at the planeswalkers, but realistically, like what are we supposed to do about that? You know what I mean? Like we'd have to do 8 damage to the Kaya by some miracle. Oh, they had the Sorin ready. Good game, opponent. I wasn't even paying attention to Sorin. I guess if we wanted to survive the extra turn, but let's be realistic, man. We weren't coming back from that. We had a lot of cool plays that game, though. Like, a lot of cool plays. Unfortunately, Orzhov is, like, one of those decks. Like, for some reason, we don't see it too often, but Orzhov should definitely be a thing, right? Orzhov mid-range. What we have been running into a lot of, though, is just planeswalkers, and the white planeswalkers specifically. So maybe we just need more answers for those over time, right? Something that can more effectively take care of the planeswalkers. So what we're running into right now with this deck is not enough mana, and so we do want to consider going up a land or something, but wait till the final thoughts for that. I want to double check how much mana we actually have in here too. Good hand, right? I think this is pretty good, man. As long as, yeah, this is great. Hello. Might be the best hand of the evening, guys. Ambitious farmhand. No! Not one of these, man. Ah, jeez, okay. It's gonna be an uphill battle, dude. Alright. Gala Greeters, survive just 1 turn. 1 turn, buddy. I believe in you. I believe in you, man. Alright, no blocks. Jinnie Fey? Should we ramp off of Jinnie Fey? Or should we just ramp off of Gala Greeters instead of generating a creature? Titania's Command. So if we get the treasure, then we have Gleeful Demolition available, which is pretty good. So I'm gonna decline this for the turn, right? Now we could have generated like a hasty cat to swing and then put a +1/+1 counter on Gala Greeters to swing too. But I think we're trying to set up a little bit more here, right? Like that could have been good. Because they swung with farmhand, we could have gotten 4 through. Maybe. Well, that looks like... Oh, it was not a lay down arms. Couple rouse reinforcements for the turn 2. 5 kitty cats. All get chump blocked, and then Sunfall happens next turn. Let's do this, man. Let's do this. We're going for it. Oh my goodness. Who knows? Maybe some of the cats get through. We're going to decline this to get the Titania's Command ready. Because that's going to come in tapped, and the creature would come in tapped as well, so... Full swing. We're going for it. I don't care what they double block. We're going for it. They triple block the Jinnie Fae. Down to 8. Can we get there, guys? Can we get there? Sunfall obviously would be the worst case scenario. Hey, there's a Fateful Absence. I've been wondering where that card's been. 5 mana. Wedding announcement. Guys, they missed the Sunfall. They do have some chump blockers, unfortunately, though. Chump blockers and removal. But we have 6 mana. Isn't that great? Just one. Could, honestly, we could use the ramp and everything else, but I don't mind the bears too. We know one thing: we're putting counters on everything. I'm gonna thin out this deck. Thin out the deck. The bears don't have haste. We could have turned them into kitty cats. Wait, we have 6. So if they chump 2, let's grab a Mirrex and a Rockfall Vale. I guess we could have grabbed... I guess it depends. Yeah, because they have 1 piece of removal in hand, but if they had 2 pieces of removal in hand... Yeah, all these being 4/4s was enough. We had to completely play it out, because they had 2 open planes, and I don't necessarily know. I guess... What, Lay Down Arms is sorcery, right? So, yeah. Nice. That was awesome, guys. That was totally what the deck is supposed to be doing. We're 41 minutes in. You guys think we have time for one more? Let's do it. Let's squeeze one more. I don't know if I can ask for a better match than the last one, except for a match that we actually close up the game with Devilish Valet. At this point, though, we really got to consider, I guess, just more mana. That's like the big thing, right? I thought the ramp from the treasures was going to be enough, but it just doesn't feel like it's enough. Woo! Good hand. Woohoo! Maybe we turn 2 Jewel Thief here, man. Honestly, wouldn't be terrible. Turn 2 Jinnie Fae? Ew. Ew. Mono Blue's so bad for poor Goldhound. Because if whatever we put out there, we better make sure it has an ETB, right? So probably Jewel Thief. Then. And 1 mana, there's nothing that should pick up a creature, right? So, yep, consider. Except the Fading Hope, again, which is why we wanted something with an ETB outside of just playing out the Jinnie Fae there. Jinnie Fae getting bounced back to hand, then we sacrificed Goldhound for nothing. And 2 mana means Counterspell, right? So, only having the 2 3-drops to play into the counterspell, I suppose we just swing first and try... Which one would I rather get countered here? Crap, if I was going to play Valet, I should have done it before combat. I should have played Mirrex for the turn. Mirrex would have been decent. Scatter Ray. Mirrex would have been a decent land to play. We had 3 open because of the treasure, so we could have generated some. Maybe it's still Mirrex for the turn, right? Now we'll have 2 open for like a Make Disappear. Scatter Rays pay 4, by the way, so... It is going to be Mirrex for the turn, so we can have it for next turn too if we need it, right? And Jinnie Fae doesn't affect combat. So we start with the swing. Down to 14. We have 2 open. Let's tap this for a green source, right? Nice. Jinnie Fae lands. Okay. This is good. This is good. Crucible of Defiance isn't half bad. Is this worded? They gain haste until end of turn, so we could totally do some dogs with that. And they'll still gain haste, right? So Let's do it, right? This is pretty cheap. 3 mana open for a Tyvar stand, too. Channel abilities are particularly hard for opponents to counter, so I think it lands. Worst thing we got to worry about is like a Fading Hope on the Jinnie Fae or something. And then Tyvar stand, which we might want to max out for the sake of swinging. Max out the stand to 2, or keep this. We could go Tyvar stand for 1. Keep the treasure in case we see a command off the top. Swirling Mist. Oh no! That puts us in a pickle. I'm going to keep the treasure in case we see a command off the top. This could be a simple counterspell for the stand. It is. It's going to be a negate, guys. Mono blue being brutal as always, but we still get a swing for 2 here. So we might still be in a good position. Mirrex starts generating more for us next turn. Haughty Jin's a great blocker, though. Gleeful Demolition. Wow, what a top deck, dude. Wow. All right, let's do it. They only have 1 mana. Let's see if they end up countering this. Man, they've landed those counter spells though, so. All right, we should go Hasty Cats. We should go Hasty Cats. GG opponent, let's go. Man, I would have loved to actually see Valet do a thing today, but I don't think, I can't ask for better last games though. Let's go ahead and, the only thing I could have asked for was putting those games at the beginning of the video instead, right? But other than that, hey, let's crack a pack. Lord of the Rings, let's see what we get. Oh man. Let's see, hey, Mary. You guys playing any alchemy? Let me know. I haven't had any requests for any alchemy. I know we're a standard channel at heart, but still all the Lord of the Rings stuff. Very, very cool. Very cool. Valet returns. All right. Here's the deck list again, guys. What would you change? Let me know in the comments. Now I don't want to break anybody's heart here, but I think we have to drop down to like 2 valets. It can't, like, in the current standard, it can't be the reliable way to win the game, and that breaks my heart, man. It makes me so sad. It's such a cool card. But yeah, dude, first of all, somehow it actually has to land on the board, right? And then once it lands, it gets picked up by everything. Literally everything, right? Lightning Strike, go for the throat, cut down, all the white removal sources, you know, Lay Down Arms, Fateful Absence, even we're seeing Soul Partition. The spot removal is insane. And then after you somehow get over the hurdle of spot removal, you have to deal with board wipes. And there's board wipes everywhere, dude. And then if you somehow get through the board wipes, then you got to deal with your Wandering Emperors. There's too much, man. There's too much, which is kind of the concept of the Tyvar stand. But then we saw like how Tyvar stand actually would have just been better if it was Tamiyo safekeeping against like mono red. So you could potentially trade that out. But the point of having the stand is for the X. So that way you could boost the devil before you actually get some more creatures on the board. And if we actually had a chance to set up in some of those games, man, yeah, the Valet could have been really explosive, which is why dropping down to like the 2, at least it's still in the deck as like an option, as a way to close up the game, stuff like that, right? But then it's not the main focus of the deck. Instead, now we're just focused on going wide with Jinnie Fae. We have all 4 of them, right? So Stimulus package is kind of sort of fine, right? On 4 you could drop the package and keep the treasures, and then on 5 you don't have to see the 5th mana and you could still go command, which by the way is kind of a really good card, isn't it? Had we actually been able to play the command with the Valet on the board too, that would have been a completely different ball game, right? 24 land, I do think we probably need 25. Even with all the ramp, we are using those treasure tokens often. And so once the treasure tokens are gone, they're gone, man. And we need them to not sacrifice, to destroy with Gleeful Demolition, or you need them to, now we sacrifice the treasures with Stimulus package, right? So, yeah, 25 mana. What do we drop for that? So I guess if we're going down to 2 Devilish Valets, one of the additions needs to be land. At that point, honestly, dude, a second Mirrex probably wouldn't be bad. I'm telling you, dude, I've been having so much success with Mirrex. I don't think this would be a bad addition at all. But that being said, there will be some rare moments where it holds you up. Probably not that often, though. Probably, I mean, maybe not ever. Because even on turn 2, you drop a Mirrex, at least you can tap it for any color, so you can still get a Rouse Reinforcements down for chump blockers or a Gala Greeters, which on turn 3, if you play a mana, it's not going to be the third Mirrex because you don't have 3, so that's what I would do. Yeah, I would drop 2 Valets, I'd go up 1 Mirrex, now you're at 25 land, it might be a little more consistent at that point. And then spot removal, right? Because we can't completely rely on burn down the house to wipe the board. Is there a piece of spot removal that we could double for potentially getting creatures on the board? I can't think of any right now. You guys let me know in the comments. Some form of utility spot removal would be good. You guys know I enjoy my utility removal spells. I don't think it's as simple as a braid. You know, Reckoner Bankbuster is long gone, so that would have been the choice probably for me, and the braid. But other than that, I can't really think of anything that would work as removal that could also potentially get, like, it also could be something that gets us like a treasure. Can't think of anything. Gets us an artifact. I still can't think of anything. Or gets us some kind of creatures too. Nope, I can't think of anything. Maybe it's just as simple as more burn removal then instead. Or something else that ramps us too instead of removal. Because if you ramp fast enough, obviously you don't have to worry about removal. We've proven that quite a few times. Oh, I actually really like the Glistening Dawn too, but I still think it's only worth the one of, since it's really only in here to pair with the Jinnie Fae. That being said, if you are seeing a lot of control, Glistening Dawn's kind of terrific, dude. Kind of an overlooked card. I realize that first it actually has to land on the board, but the incubator tokens are just so powerful in general. And then since it does pair so well with the Jinnie Fae, if Jinnie Fae just survives the turn, it's kind of crazy, man. And then, yeah, another thing to consider too. So let's recap, right? Drop a couple Valets. Go up a Mirrex, go up some form, your choice spot removal is probably totally fine. And then if you want to, you can trade out some of the Tyvar stand or all of them for Tamiyo's safekeeping to help keep you alive a little bit longer against like the mono red matches and stuff. So yeah, other than that, I kind of liked everything else here. If you're really, really struggling and you're one of the players who likes to have a lot more removal than what I like to have, then I could see dropping down 1 or 2 Jewel Thieves too. To go up a couple more pieces of removal, but I really like Jewel Thief, and I think it's one of the best pieces of ramp in here, and a best way to get a treasure token on to the board too, so I really do like the 4 of, but I guess there's just something telling me that it's possible to drop down to 2 of these, and you'll probably be fine. But no, I do really like it. I would keep 4, I'm just saying, right? Maybe 2's fine. Okay, guys, enough rambling, huh? Hey, if you made it this far into the video, for real, y'all are champions. I super duper appreciate you. And again, don't forget to check out that brand spanking new Patreon. We got 3 different tiers over there, a $5 tier, a $10 tier, and a $15 tier as well. Even if you're just considering supporting the channel that way, I super duper appreciate you. But yeah, hey, again, if you made it this far into the video, I also super duper appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.